What's going on, everybody? How are you doing today? It is Saturday night. That means we are working on kits. I'm Govier Go Home, and I'm adjusting my camera. All right, welcome everybody. So we'll get started in just a moment. Yeah. So you guys know that I've been working on this kit here. This is the Allstate kit from ITLA, and it's looking pretty good so far. It looks like a brick building. I'm pleased with it, but it's a little short. So I did order the top section for it. So there's going to be a couple more floors that gets added to this thing, and that'll hopefully it'll arrive by next week. But we've got a few other things to work on with this kit before that arrives. So that being said, that's what we're going to do here today. But before we do that, before we go anywhere, I do want to say hi to everybody in the chat, anybody who might be joining us today. And whoops, if I can make this work, that would be great. Hey, Andrew and Floyd and Mike HO Trains. And I don't know why this always disappeared. Okay, there we go. Haha, I did it. Okay. I can't get to the top. Yes, I can. Okay. Brian Ferguson was the first one here. He's getting the Timbits today, followed by Trains by Perry. How's it going, Perry? So close. So close. And then we've got Todd Armstrong. How's it going, Todd? And I said Mike H.O. Trains, Dundas Junction Model Railroad. Welcome. Welcome, James. And Nelson. How's it going, Nelson? And GRE. I think that's Greg. I want to say it's Greg. I haven't seen you in a while, Greg. How's it going? And Scott. How's it going, Scott? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to try something here. I can do it. I know I can. Okay, copy and Control V. No, Command V. There we go. Okay, so if you do want to join me tonight, I put the link there in the chat. Keep it train related, and we'll all have a good time. How's it going from Sweden? Welcome. All right. So as I was saying, this is an ITLA kit, which I've added to the layout. It's goes beside my other big building that's ITLA. I like to keep them all together, all the fancy ones anyways. We were talking a couple of weeks ago about the track that I put in front of it, and mostly on my other kit. And I'm going to show you two things today, because this was something that was mentioned to me, and they're like, hey, why don't you do this? I'm pretty sure it was Anthony. I don't remember, so I do apologize. But I'm going to show you two things. So one thing is this roller here, and it's got little brick indents. So you roll it over something, and it leaves a little brick pattern, which is kind of cool. This was maybe about $10. I got it off of Amazon. Didn't take too long to get here, but it looks like it was almost like it was 3D printed, which is kind of cool because people can make lots of neat things with 3D printing. And today I just picked this up. A whole brick of plaster. Well, it's not plaster. It's like clay, right? Mold clay. And then when it dries out, it hardens, and then you can paint it, which is kind of cool. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put down, well, not tonight. I'm not going to do it tonight. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put down a clear piece of, you know, cling wrap or whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to take a chunk of this, roll it out on it. And then I'm going to use this. I'm going to make the little brick pattern. And then I'm going to have to cut it to size so that it fits between the rails. And then I'm going to have to lift it up carefully and lay it on between the rails of both this building and the other building, the Tri-State. And of course, you know, you let it dry and whatnot. And then I'll be able to paint it and whatnot. I don't know how long it takes to dry, but again, my basement's pretty good as far as temperature wise. And because it's no longer freezing in winter, it'll take even less time. So that'll be what I do for that. Hopefully, hopefully it works. Because if it doesn't, well, that's $20. Well, wasted, I guess. That tube was sold on Shapeways back in the day. I'm sure they had a couple of different versions of it. I mean, even when I was looking at the options, there was a bunch of different options as far as you know, different rollers and whatnot that you can get, different types of brick, almost like cobblestone. Um, yeah, even the brick that is, you know, the straight brick. This is more like a tile brick, but or because they're all fun designs. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it would be kind of neat to do something like that. The bricks do seem a little big though. I'm not concerned, but who's calling me? Of course. I started live and Lauren calls me. Sorry, Lauren. But yeah. So we are going to do some work on this. Now, there was a couple of things that I wanted to do. Do I have my tape here? I do. Okay. So I wish I had my thicker tape. It would make this a lot easier. Yeah, the modeling clay, I hope it works well. If it does, it's not like it's some revolutionary thing, but I hope that it works well because it's a little different than what I've done in the past. So we will see if it works and try that out. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, because it was a couple of people had asked me when I was painting my rails and when I had the rails painted on the layout. This is what I was using. So this is a Tamiya, and it's acrylic, and it's a flat brown, XF10, item number 81310. And this works really well. I used a brush, and that's how I applied it onto my rails. But you can kind of see, like, it's a, you know, wow, I used almost the whole thing. I'm gonna need another one of these. I'm not even done painting my rails, so. But yeah, so that's what I use there. I know a lot of people had asked me about that, so. Mike says the brick roller looks too big. Use an X-Acto blade to add more lines to make it a bit smaller. Yeah, it's one of those things where I can do that and then kind of break it down a little bit further, more like a template. Because you're right, the bricks do look a little big, but even in the picture, right, I couldn't find anything that really worked well. So hopefully I can kind of make them smaller, I hope. Possibly. I'll roll out a piece and then see. I know I have a few other tools here. I haven't even opened this yet. I think I've had this thing since my last house. That's my roller, and yeah, some other carving tools. So I can always use these as well to kind of carve things into it. We'll see what happens, but um, yeah, I'll save that for next week or something. Where is paint? So this stuff here, just in case you're wondering, these two doors are not from this kit. They are not from this kit at all, because those are plastic and this is a wood kit. So where did it come from? Your guess is as good as mine. Because when you save all your bits and everything, things that you don't use out of kits and whatnot, you tend to acquire a bunch of things. You don't ever remember where they come from, but you always swear that you're going to use it. You're going to use it in the future. Hey, I'm going to get a kit, and then I'm going to need that door for something. Well, now's that time. They are moderately sized, but you won't be able to tell how big or how small they are from the outside of the building anyways, because I'm going to glue them on the inside. It's probably better that way. And these doors here, they are the doors, these doors here, that come with this kit. Well, that was easy. All right, let's call it a night. No, I'm just joking. We'll keep going here. That was just one of those quick little paints that if I didn't do it, it would never get done. What else do I have here? I know I had some other pieces that I needed to paint. That's right, the air conditioners. So I'm just using acrylic paint on this. It's thin. Now, the cool thing about this kit is that you can get several more floors. It's just based off of how you build it. For me, I don't want to make it too big. So I'm just going to get one set of floors for it. And then, paint them separately, install it, and then it'll be five floors high. BN Ironwood, how's it going? Steve and Willow Creek, how's it going? Hello, hello. Chris, do you like Broadway Limited engines and cars? So as far as locomotives go, I would never buy a diesel from them, but I would consider buying a steam locomotive from them. I have heard nothing but bad things about their diesel stuff. And also, when they did Canadian stuff, again, they're culprits for doing the whole Canadian road name on an American prototype, which, let's face it, it's not cool, you know? So I don't think I would want that. I would want something that's more accurate to the road name. But their Steam stuff is really cool. Now, as for the cars, the only car that's Broadway limited that I've ever owned, if you can remember back, way back, early GVO After Dark, I think it was like one of the first couple of episodes. Lorne from Otter Valley had sent Mark and I a couple of the cryogenic tank cars, which were really cool. I think it was like a 2-pack or something. And we did an unboxing and review of those. And that was actually the first real Broadway limited car that I'd ever really looked at or reviewed or anything like that. Sorry about my reach, by the way. Hey, Dave, how's it going? How the heck? Oh, okay, I see what I did here. I put that inside there. No wonder the lid wouldn't open. Did you guys catch that new announcement today from Rapido? The Big Mac. As if I wasn't hungry enough working, all I start hearing is about Big Macs. Big Macs. SD70Ms. And I'm like, wait a minute. Don't we have those already? But these ones have not been done. And not only did we get the HO version, but we also get the N scale version, which again, you know, I may be a HO guy, but I'm still a huge advocate for you N scalers who for years have been forgotten about, but now manufacturers are coming around. Would I get the CSX? Probably not. CSX is it's a little too south of the border for me. I do normally run the Canadian stuff. The Kansas City Southern, I wouldn't mind if I had like CP running with it. You know what I mean? So it was more CP Casey. But even that, you know, it's kind of a stretch sometimes, you know. I try to be particular so that I don't overspend. If I start buying all these different road names, then you know the hobby ends up costing way too much, and I don't want that. I mean, they are beautiful, regardless, no matter how you look at it. They are great looking locomotives. Some people might even say like, well, that's too big for my layout because I mean they are big locomotives. Like I've seen the CP Big Macs and whatnot, and yeah, they're huge. But again, you know, it really depends on what you can accommodate on your layout. I probably could. I could probably get away with it because my smallest radius is I want to say 29 inches. I see the odd CSX up here sometime. Yeah, no, I know, but aren't they like normally like leaser units? I forget. Would they be? Yeah, they'd be with the CN as well. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if they do CP, which I'm pretty sure they will do, because even CP had the whatchamacallits, the Max. And we know this obviously because Athearn did them. Problem with Athearn is that they do tsunami in all their locomotives, which is not a problem for some. For me, I'm not a huge fan of tsunami. I prefer ESU. So this it's a bit more fitting. I'm not overly picky, but I did buy a locomotive on Friday, though. A brand new locomotive. But it's not here yet, so probably won't talk about it. At some point, I wouldn't mind getting some CP stuff. But again, it's very, to me, it's opening up that window where it's like, I already got like so much going on. I don't need to overspend any more than what I already do, right? I see CN consist with CSX here in New Jersey all the time. You could get away with it. Yeah, probably. Probably. But when as far as because next month I really have to break it down, right? Because there's a lot of pre-orders coming up, and as you're probably quite aware, hobby's not getting any less expensive. But it seems like, I'll complain when they don't announce any of the road names that I do or anything that I'm looking for until they announce them all at the same time. So, what's coming up that would be decent for a pre-order? Well, there's actually a few box sets that are coming out that I'm very interested in. I know some of you guys were asking about that as well. It's mostly the Via Rail LRC box set. So that's the LRC locomotive, which I don't have right now, and LRC cars, like 3 LRC cars. Um, if it wasn't for the fact that you get a bunch of cool stuff in in the box set, I'd probably just get the locomotive. And if I feel like getting cars, I'll get a couple of cars. But then you get like all this cool stuff too, right? And it's obviously why they do that, to really, you know, get you hooked. So, yeah, so there'll be some extra cars and whatnot with that, and I'm looking forward to that box set. They also have a different, it's more of a different delivery or test scheme LRC locomotive. I'm on the fence about it. I'm thinking about it, but it's like not at the top of my list, if that makes sense. And I've already pre-ordered the F40, the Via Rail Love the Way, because those are actually due fourth quarter this year. They're already tooled and everything. They just have to go into production, which it says they're in production, so that's pretty cool. It says that on their website. Now, the stainless steel cars, or the Bud stainless steel cars, I didn't pre-order any of them. And I kind of feel stupid for not doing that because I hope to get at least 5. Like I would do 5 for a train, but I wouldn't mind getting 10 of them. It's just, yeah, it gets costly. And if they're here at the same time as the F40s, I have to make the call. Well, one or the other. I'll probably go with the locomotive. But That's just the Via stuff. There's also all the Go stuff. So with the Go Transit stuff that I'm very much interested in, first off, the cab car. The cab car that has the large window. Yeah, if they sold that as an individual piece, I'd probably get both cab cars or both numbers. But because it's sold as a cab car with two coach cars, and it's a little bit more pricey than the last three car set that came out, uh, yeah, I'm probably only going to get one of those. So, there's the cab car with the three car, or sorry, it's a three car set. But here's the thing. Right now I've got 18 cars, and of the 18 cars, two of them are cabs, but like the as delivered cab car of the 18. So if I get three more, that's 21, right? 21 cars total. And of the 21 cars, three will be cabs. So when I do my math, that's three trains of seven cars. And of the seven cars, each one will have a cab. I'll be able to do one fully delivered, one fully Metrolinx, and one a mix of both delivered and Metrolinx, which is like that transition era. So I've got all three, eras of Go Transit cars, just from the bi-level era, which to me is kind of neat. Now there's also the single level cars that are coming out, the Go Transit Hawker Sidleys, as I call them, and they're doing a box set with the GP40TC, and yeah. And then there's two different versions of the GP40TC, and you kind of want both, like the all green and then the all black with the giant green Go logo. And my wallet is screaming at me, being all like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm having fun. You only live once." And it's like, fair enough. But yeah, then there's also the Go Transit F7, or like the APCU, or whatever you want to call it, which, take it or leave it. I mean, it's a neat locomotive to have. The early stuff, the earlier you go, the harder it is to convince me to buy it. I prefer the modern, but the cool thing is that even if I was to remove the delivered cab car, the bi-level as delivered, I could replace it with the cab car of the single level, and that's still accurate because that was a thing. So interchanging the cars, the as delivered bi-levels with the single levels, stuff like that, I can get away with. And the GP40TC also pulled the bi-levels as well. So again, I don't need to overspend. I just need to pick out things wisely as to what I would prefer. Everything seems to be very interchangeable there. Hmm. What else was there? I know that there was something else. What am I missing, guys? What, was there another locomotive? GP40TC. Bi-level cars, single level cars. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be lots that gets announced between now and the time that those come out. But, my list is, well, there's the the Lumi, but I'm still on the fence about that. That either will or will not happen. I don't know. I think that when something frustrates you as much as that train has frustrated me, makes you want to spend less with a company, you know? It's like, why, what am I spending money on? Ben's Trains, how's it going? Someone still needs to redo the Go Loco that Trueline Trains did. I think Atlas got the tooling for that. They did, but yeah, good luck. It's I don't know if you've ever seen it, Ben, but they recently, and by recently I mean like a year ago, they released the MP 36. So I ended up buying an MP 36, and then I got Perry to paint it in the new paint scheme, just because waiting for Atlas, it's yeah, it might take forever. And finding another Trueline Trains MP40, like these are expensive. These do not go for next to nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, they are what I refer to as unicorns. What I would like to see at some point, because Rapido did the F59, right? And they've already talked about doing the new paint scheme that the F59s are being repainted to. But when we talk about F59s, why not the F59 PHIs? I think Rapido could do a pretty decent job on these. And not to mention, I mean, Go just bought a couple of these. So why not? Why not indeed? And they'll have locks out, most likely. So I guess, yeah, that's another one, right? The F59. I don't know when they're going to do their second run of F59s. When they do, they said that they would be doing the new paint scheme, the Metrolink paint scheme. So I'm going to hold them to it. I want to see that. I really like the F59s. I got 4 of them from the first run, and they work really well. I usually have 2 of them pulling my stuff, but I don't really need 2 to be pulling. But it looks really good with the 2. Yeah, James also got one of the custom ones. There was 3 of us: James, Big CW, and myself. Perry, I was talking to Perry earlier. I think he's going to be weathering up my new train for me, which is pretty cool. Once that shows up, anyways. Deep Run, how's it going, Mike? Go buses. I've got, I don't know how many Go buses I have now, but I've got Go buses from like every era. Fishbowl, double decker. I've got my share of buses. They're never in short supply. But more just came in, so that's good too. I think now that I've got like a bunch of buses, I'm just waiting to have a more permanent layout to really go back to building stuff like that. Buying more vehicles and whatnot for industries, and working on scenes. Otherwise, I just have all these vehicles. sitting around doing nothing. No, theirs was a MP60. What was it? MP. Oh no, MP36. James Atlas made the MP36. It's the fan. The way the fans are arranged. There's like one less fan. No, one extra fan. I could just pull them out right now and show you, but it's like I'm painting. But yeah, that would be great if Atlas did that. Just, the problem with them doing it though is getting the rights to do it. I would love for Rapido to give Atlas a hand in that department, because it's like if Rapido's not going to do the MP36 or sorry MP40, then Atlas have at it, but like help them get the rights to do it and broker a deal, something like that. The FP7, yeah, the Go. I mean, if I got one, I would only get one of those. But again, it's going way back arrow wise. I could run an older train, but I do prefer the modern stuff. But yeah, I would be worried with that it would just sit on the shelf, be a shelf queen. Thing I'm sad about, and if Perry's still here, because Perry has my old tempo set, and I really, really loved the tempo cars. They were some of the best rolling passenger equipment that I've probably ever owned, and I'd probably go on record to say that. And I've owned a lot of different brands and different styles of passenger equipment, and they were probably one of the best. The what's it called? The LRC locomotive at one point pulled the tempo cars. So if I had known, if I somehow knew that there was going to be another run of LRC locomotives, I would have kept those cars. But oh well. I still got lots of LRC stuff. And I'm sure that I'll be able to find a tempo set somewhere. Not necessarily a tempo set, but like tempo cars. I wasn't a big fan of the RS18. It didn't wow me. It was cool, like it worked and all that stuff, but it just for me the wow factor wasn't there. John Train, how's it going? Oh yeah, they got some in Montreal. What, Van Horn? I have fond memories of riding the original Go train with my family back in the day. FP7 looked great on the train. Yeah, it would be wild to see in person, right? Like, I know there's one FP7, and that's down in, correct me if I'm wrong, there's one at the museum down in California. Don't tell me how I know that. But yeah, somewhere down there, California, Florida, something like that. I even consider one time when my family and I went to Disney, I'm like, how much of an Uber ride would it take to go to see the Go F7 unit? Because that's something I would probably do. Just to say I seen it in person. Hey David, how's it going? I finally found an LRC set, 2 locomotives and 3 cars. Had to have them shipped from BC. You're getting the old set? You know that they just announced those, right? Oh well. But that's cool though. Everybody loves new locomotive day. James over there celebrating with his all his new locomotives, and it's awesome. In fact, how am I? I am good. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm good. I tired, right? Because you work all day and all that stuff. That's not fun. But I knew I was going to be live tonight. I knew I was going to be working on stuff. So my spirits are good. Um, Plus I've got a new locomotive on the way, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Yes, I'm staying away from used LRC sets. I pre-ordered mine. Ah, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, we were talking about that. You missed it. I was talking about all the pre-orders and how I got to do all that like next month, and I got to really break down because there's so many things, right? But yeah, you gotta pick and choose wisely. But I might have like a very special unboxing coming up. Uh, Possibly next week or the week after. I was informed by a good friend of mine that there is a pair, not one, but there's a pair of locomotives heading my way. Now, they are not mine to keep, but they are mine to babysit. And I might do an unboxing. I gotta make sure it's okay first, but I'm pretty sure that I might be able to do that. And it's a brand new locomotive. Well, 2 of them, anyways. I don't know if I have to do 2. Might just need to do the one. I'll have to look at the differences between the 2. Going to do my pre-order for 2 LRC cars. Are they the ones that they haven't done yet? What are they called? The club cars? No, they've done club cars before, haven't they? I don't remember which one. I think they might be club cars. I have so many. Well, I've owned a lot of LRC cars in my day. Um, right now, I probably have. Well, I have 2 trains worth. I probably have about like 12. Yeah, I probably have about 12. I never rode the Go back then, Todd, but I did watch them fly by when I was delivering at the food terminal. So well, in my youth, I guess, my grandmother would take me to the exhibition every year, and we would take the Go train. Which was always good time. James, Rapido shorted OVR with the pre-orders. OVR told me that they only got one of my VIA F40PH 2Ds. They said they ain't getting any more in. Was a bit upsetting, but Nicole mentioned that you know me. Are you talking about the N scale? I think they still have the F40s. Saw them on the website earlier, but they're the N scale ones. The HO scale ones have not come in, but they are due fourth quarter. And that's another thing, you always got to make sure. Yeah, there's still, okay, yeah. There should be still some F40s. I saw them on the website at OVR. I was on their site earlier. I don't remember what I was looking at or looking for. I think I was up to dating my watch list because what I normally do, I normally with Bubs and with Mark. So when there's a locomotive that comes out and there's, you know, two or three road numbers. So Mark and I did this for sure with the F40s. So the 40th, so 40 years of, I think, what is it, 40 years of VIA? I got this. This is why I'm so close to my stuff right now. Ugh, this one here. There was two road numbers. There was the 6437 and I believe 6436. They were the only ones with the wrap. So I'm like, Mark, which one are you getting? He's like, that one. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that one. That way, if he ever brings it over, then you can run both of them. So that's the way we, normally do things, right? That way, it's like we're collecting all of them. But like, he has some, I have some. So I found out today which set Bubs was getting, because there is two LRC box sets. There's either two or three. I think there's two. Yeah, because one is 6960 something or 06, and then the other one is 6904. And I think I'm getting 04. So I just got whatever one. Like, I didn't really care. I'm not too particular with things like that. Like, I really wanted the one that's at the Via Rail Historical Association, but they are not rerunning that number, which is kind of sad. And even a lot of people were asking too, like, why are we not getting that one again? Which seems obvious when you say it out loud, why they're not rerunning the same number again. I ended up buying a Love the Way and another, I guess it'd be the Renaissance. They are now shipping the 3 engines to me on Monday. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Sounds like a whole lot of VIA. So it can't be a bad thing, right? I mean, it sounds expensive, but yeah. I really just I wanted one of the Love the Way, and I have a picture of my youngest, and he is standing in front of it as it's driving by the particular number that I'm getting. And I remember that day. It was really cold and lots of snow. So he's in his little snowsuit, and yeah, We're waiting, we're waiting. It was freezing, but he wanted to see the train, so we yeah, so I managed to get the photo of him waving at the train, which I've also included that video in, I'm sure, some of my other videos at some point as well. They might still have some in stock. I found and ordered 2 they had in stock. Okay. Bad thing, expensive. I didn't need 3, but I seen that they had Love the Way. I burned a massive hole in my wallet to get it. So bad. Very, very good. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the $10 bill one again. I don't know how many years ago it was, but when they did that run the first time of Renaissance F40s and they did the $10 bill version, I was one of the lucky ones that got a clean $10 bill in that set. And yeah, that caught me by surprise. That was very neat. And I'm like, do I try my luck again? I'm like, nah, I'll just get the Love the Way. I already have a Renaissance F40 anyways, although these ones are going to have more power and probably a few more features that my other F40s don't have. So then it'll automatically become my favorite F40 for some reason. And I don't have it delivered as delivered, which is kind of weird, right? I don't have the gray F40. I probably should. But last time they put out F40s, it was all the wraps. And I ended up getting a bunch of those. And, you know, when you choose between the as delivered or a wrapped version of an F40, I feel like you should, you know, go with the wrapped, you know? Just makes sense to me. Oh, you got shorted on that? Yeah, I mean they're only doing so many, right? That's tough. That's a tough situation. That's why pre-ordering is important. I don't know if anybody's ever been burned by that, right? Where you decide, you know what, I'm not gonna pre-order this, and you know, you hold off, and then you're like, ah, that's fine. You know, they'll make plenty. Nope. You know, it's not always the case. If they only get the 300 pre-orders, they're only going to make 300 units, right? Doesn't make sense to make 1,000 if only 300 people show interest. That's why I kind of find it is important to pre-order, and I really do want to get on top of that because it's one of those things that it's an option that's offered to you, and in some cases there's no money down, depending on who you go through, and depending on the item that you're trying to get. Like Lorne, so most of the Otter Valley stuff, right? Like I've got a caboose on pre-order, but there's no money down for that. They just want to know, you know, really how much interest there is for people and how many people want. So that's really what they want to know. But with companies like Rapido or Athearn or Scale Trains, they're gonna only make so many. So it's probably important to, put in your pre-orders and stuff, let them know what you're interested in, and obviously there's some clubs that will order like 20. I want 20 logos, or I want the whole every single number. But yeah, when you pre-order something and let's say you get shorted, yeah, it does suck, but things happen, right? It happens for a reason. Even if it's not a good reason. Probably happens for a reason. But that's why I'm trying to get into the whole, pre-order everything kind of deal. It's because it is important. At least to me anyways. Especially when it comes to securing specific numbers. If it's a specific number you need, you want to make sure that you get it. That's why I'm going to be kicking myself when the stainless steel cars come in. And when the stainless steel cars come in, and they all sell out because everybody's going to want them. And then I go to get one and I can only find like one or two. I'm going to be like, well, that sucks. Then I have to buy the Walthers once again. It's funny, actually. I had a comment recently on the video that I did. Like, I've been doing reviews for the last 10 years, and some of those videos are like 10 years old, as you could probably imagine. And people still comment on the videos from like, 8+ years ago. And I'm like, then I have to try to convert. Like, why is that so expensive? Or why is that so cheap compared to like, now? And it's like, well, inflation, my dude. But yeah, like if you buy this today, it might have been $35 then, but now it's closer to 60. That's just what happens. But it's fun to look back at stuff like that. That's really how I feel as well. Happened for a reason to get two more that I didn't need. Yeah, didn't bleed. Your wallet bled. That's what. That's how they get you. No, yeah. I mean, at least you're building a fleet. The thing that would bug me, and it'll always be I don't think there's ever going to be a way around it. Getting two of the same number. I just, whether it's rolling stock or, a locomotive, I can't do it. Can't handle it. I just, ah, you know, I usually, then I end up either like repainting, like I'll paint over it or weather it. But yeah. So now I'm going in with my second color here. I'm doing the exact same thing to the pilasters that I've already done to the wall. You have the coin as well. Neat. And just think, I gotta do another 2 floors like this. Sometimes I regret my decisions. Getting an all brick building might not have been the best choice. It's fine. Oh, I also ordered new lighting for down here. So you'll probably see that next week as well. That'll be neat. As much as I like this giant light here, it's either too bright or not bright enough and very uneven. So I'm going to see if I can change this up a little bit here and make this a little bit more of a warmer, whatever you want to call it, well lit thing. Only problem is that I've got the lights. I just need to get the connector where I can connect the lights to this table. And the light's going to shine down. That'll probably have to be a next month thing. But I think the lights come with little tripods, so we'll see what I can rig up for now and then just improve it later. And I should have those lights Monday or Tuesday, so I'll hook those up on my weekend. And then next week we might have a bit brighter of an area. Surprised I didn't do that sooner, but here we are. Still working in the dark. No, there's just a lot of shadow. That's all it is. And I remember, like, when I was doing the rest of this, I wasn't doing it when I was live because I'm like, I'm not going to make you watch me do this entire brick thing. I think I only did this part or half, like from here to like half of this, just because it was taking so long. That's really cool. Your brickwork looks great, Chris. Regrets will go away. Oh yeah, no, it's one of those things where like I'm fine with it. I've made my peace with it. But man, it's such a pain to do. It's such a pain. But yeah, if I mean I would like to find a better way. But I'm comfortable with this. It is what it is. I already know how it's going to look when it's done because I've done this a bunch of times. So I'm okay with it in that respect. But is it tedious? Yes. Do I have patience? Kinda. Am I having fun still? Yes. So it's not that bad. I think if I wasn't having fun, then that would make it much worse. Yeah. So typically this is supposed to go at the top, right? Okay. That's supposed to go like right along the top here, but because I have to add a second level, I got to move that roof to the top. But I'll just put that under there for now, just because of, yeah, the bowing is kind of a pain. And then I'll square it up, and I'm gonna cut some foam core to be this size, and then I'll make actual floors before I put the back on. And then that way I can put lights in some of these and not all of them, and really have the windows light up. I've already started the base, like the platform for this as well. You guys saw on Thursday, this past Thursday, that I glued the track down. That's already dry, and I was already running on it yesterday, which was Friday. So I brought the train up. I went to all four ends of the track there because there's like the double slip switch, and 100% no issues, which, you know, weight off my back, right? Because you always worry, well, is this going to work? Is it going to work? What if it doesn't work? I need an adult to come and fix this. And then it turned out to be okay. So, which is good. Means I did something right. Looking great, Chris. I was watching it dip as you were painting. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm not pushing hard. It's just you know, the weight, I guess, of me pushing. I don't know. Because you do kind of have to push in with the thing to make sure you're doing individual bricks. Like I'm not trying to, like if I was doing this with a paintbrush, I could just feather it on there, but with this here, I have to be a little bit more precise, right? Hey Ed, how's it going? Yeah, it's not too bad oh, I got it on my finger. Boo. Um 19 and a half. Yeah, it's 19 and a half inches. So, not too bad. Sometimes it's good to do small kits as well because you're able to finish it quicker and you're able to get that finished result, and it really keeps your mind going. I was talking to my wife about stuff like that, right? Because she likes to read, she likes her books, and she'll do the same thing. She'll read, quick. What is she calling them? Beach books, where you take it to the beach and you can finish the book in like a few hours or so, just hanging out. Or there's the books that are, really long and they're in depth, and you could read that over a month or so. Kind of like kits. You can get these little kits that are quick, and it really makes you feel like you've accomplished a lot. Oh, but yeah, with these brick ones, you definitely, well, I mean, I don't even think that it's because it's a brick building. I think because it's an ITLA building, I just want to put more effort into it because they are not cheap. So you really want it to look good. I mean, you want them all to look good, but there's that level of I want it to look real good. Mark, how's it going, Mark? He's only here until James bugs him. And Mark's gone. Oh, jeez. Steve, are you up after me? Are you doing a live tonight? I know you normally go live after me, but it's been a cycle since I've talked to you, so I just want to make sure that that the people knew. They were aware. 10:20. All right. It's a weird time to go live, but all the more to you. He follows the tide. Yeah, no, but it was odd because we were all talking earlier and we all agreed that everyone's bedtime is 10:19. So I don't know what to tell him now because his live's starting at 10:20. Maybe people can stay up past their bedtime. From 9 to 10:15. Ted Delirio. That name sounds familiar. James, I think Mark is sad because you got a Blue Devil and he did not get a Blue Devil. I think that's what it is. And even if it's not, that's the story I'm going with. That's what I'm telling everybody. Oh, he's super sad. He even told me earlier, he's like, I'm gonna be super spicy if James is all like, I've got a blue devil, and knowing that I do not have a blue devil, yeah, the shade, he's gonna pass so much shade onto you. It's crazy. Even Mark's dogs are upset. They don't want to talk to him anymore because he didn't get the blue devil. It's yeah, that shade is like crazy. Such a cool locomotive. Yes, and both of them are very disappointed that you didn't buy it, Mark. My wife is a retired teacher. She understands the extra work. I remember those days. Does anyone know there was a train show in Prescott? What's Prescott? I'm just playing. I have no idea. Was there a train show in Prescott today? I don't bother with train shows anymore. Most of them are like they're pretty overpriced and I don't know. Like I never really have any luck when I go to those things. That being said, I'm gonna try my darndest to stop by the Armprior train show in June because I work that day. But I finish at 3. So if I finish at 3 and it takes me 30 minutes to get to Armprior, then I should be able to say hi to people in Armprior. Like Perry. I think Perry will be there. And Pine Valley. I think Pine Valley is going to be doing a N scale setup, which would be cool. Were you in a band called Porch Crabs? I ordered some bridges for the layout from Larkspur. They seem to like nice people there. So nice. I really hope it stays open. Yeah, Caps. Cam has really kept things going there over the last several years. He needs a raise. He does. Laura called him on my behalf because I forgot how to use a phone and she was impressed. Can't believe I gotta do another 2 floors of this still. Well, all good, I guess. At least the weather is nicer now, so when they show up, I can kind of just take it outside and paint it, so it'll be done a lot quicker, and I don't have to wait for like a warmer day, you know, because that's what I had to do in the wintertime there. I was very fortunate that I hit a couple of days where it was, you know, moderately decent, and I could just go spray paint some buildings and pieces in the garage. Yeah, not terrible, but also not ideal. So the next project I'm probably going to be doing is getting some switches and creating a connection there for my diesel house. I've given up my efforts of trying to find a transfer table, so that is now off the table. Literally and figuratively, I guess. How do you know when you are done with the brickwork? When you start to hate it, when you're like, whoa, maybe I should not do this much. I don't know. I don't leave any big gaps, and it's not blotchy. You just got to do, and it's all random too, right? It just, I don't know. And you gotta, to vibe, right? You feel it. There's no real answer to this. I'm just stalling because I don't know how to answer that question. Come on, Ed. Ask me simple questions, ones that I can answer. What is my favorite color? I mean, I don't overdo any of these colors here, right? Like it's all, and you don't want to stare at it up close. Never look at it up close. Woof. If you go up to the Picasso and you stare at it up close, you see all these imperfections and stuff like that. It looks gross. You got to stare at it from far back. Take it all in that way. Yeah. This doesn't have any eavesdropping. That's not great. I'm gonna have to make some custom ones, I think. I wonder if I have more. Let's see. I will find it after. Oh, yeah, no, 100%. That's why I'm saying, don't want the transfer table. My plans have changed. And then next week it'll show up somewhere and I'll be like, bingo, sucker, I got you. Probably not, but do you seal it with a clear coat? Yes. Yes, I do. But you got to do that obviously before you put your window glazings on. And there's no window glazing on yet. So I'm doing all right. I seal it, then balance it on my nose. probably. What I do in the comfort of my home is my business. Have a good night, Floyd. Thanks for watching. Mark, wait for the next video or Monday night. Not sure. Will you run those switchers Monday? Okay, so as always, you know, I start with the dark color, which is the brown, and then go to the lighter or brighter brown. And now I'm highlighting with the, what is it, terracotta? Terracotta, yeah. I was going to say cinnamon, but no, it's terracotta. And again, with the bright color like this, you don't need a lot. Yeah, you know it's weird? Mike said he's going to join me, but he's said that for like 2-3 weeks now. What's going on? Where is this guy? So for those of you who are unaware, every Thursday we go live for Third Rail Thursday. Denny is usually the first Thursday. I'm the second Thursday. And Mark, Mr. M&M Rails, is the third Thursday, which ironically is this Thursday. So we're going to get to see him live, not running his Blue Devil, but because he doesn't have one, which is kind of sad. But there's still some left, though. There's still time, Mark. I bet if you placed an order right now, you would have your brand new Blue Devil by Wednesday latest. Probably. But you'll be running something else. I already told James. I said, James, you've got one. I think Mike has one. Mine's on the way. We're all supposed to go over to James's house and we're supposed to race them. So like, Mark, you better come on, get in on this. We got to take all the ponies over and we'll race them on James's layout. We'll have a tournament of some sort. Oh, does he? Yeah, he's mentioning the other day, he's like, oh, there's 8 left, or there was 8 left in the store. I'm like, consider it 7 because I'm placing my order tomorrow morning. I think this other locomotive that I'm going to do an unboxing of, James is going to break a sweat when he sees this thing. He's going to be like, whew. How many of these THMB do I have to sell to get one of those? That's how cool it is. You'd ask that question. James is going to have to readjust his budget when he sees this thing. You know, some of these things coming out, I know next time I go to the doctor for a checkup, I'll be asking, like, okay, you know, you got both kidneys, that's good. How much can I get for one of them? See if the doctor will tell me. Walters wishes they had James's inventory. Dundas, two of everything junction. Two of a kind junction. Let's arrange a group road trip to the United States. We can all sell some blood and buy some new logos. Yeah, here I am donating blood like a sucker when apparently you can sell your blood. I've been doing it all wrong. Almost done. I can feel it. You know, and it's like, even when you finish the brickwork, it's like, nope, you're not done. There's still so much more to do. I'm still thinking about signage. You know, between this building and the other building, what do I sign it as? It seems like a level of commitment that I just don't know if I have that. Like, when I watch Denny's shows about, like, building things and putting signage up and all that stuff, I'm like, how do you commit? You're like, yes, this is going to go here now forever. And you cannot change that ever. I mean, you could, but it'll just make it messy. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, man. Yeah, I don't think this kit came with any downspouts or anything like that, which is kind of weird. I might have No, I don't think I do. Yeah, it basically means that I'll have to get the scuppers. I'll have to get the scuppers from Bernard, uh, Mini Prince, and then I'll just have to get some styrene that's, long, which again, not terrible, right? It is what it is. But all that I have to wait until I have, the whole thing done. That way I know exactly how long to make the downspouts. Dave's decals has Stark Industry signs. Oh, that's crazy. Scupper. Speaking of Scupper, I'm hungry. Also, don't forget Monday night, James and Mike, 7 o'clock. Off the Rails Monday. Because you already know there's going to be a big unboxing. a plethora unboxing, if you will. I always forget I have those billboards as well, which I'm probably going to add to maybe this building. And just got to make sure it's secure to the roof so it doesn't fall over. maybe I'll finally use that iPod decal that I had Dave's Decals make me. Because that'd be cool. I think we can all chip in and get you a Big Mac for your birthday, James. Do you want fries and Coke as well? Todd, did you want the other one? I've got two of them technically, and I don't want to use both of them. I'm thinking I might want to use the pink one. So I've got a green. Do you want the green one? The decal material, it's very good. It's thick, so it doesn't rip. I thought about it, Mark. I thought about trying it, and I'm like, yeah, but if I want a Big Mac, I'm just gonna get a Big Mac. If I want a junior chicken, I'm just gonna get a junior chicken, you know? Never at the same time do I ever say, oh, I want the big chicken or whatever it's called. Uh, yeah, I'd love it. I'll pay you. Well, you don't have to pay me. What is it that you say? I'll take a burger at the barbecue. You owe me one hamburger at my barbecue. Take that, Todd. You can play that game. No, but it's a decal. I'd really. Speaking of decals, Mark. Mark. Decal Porvivore. No, I know Mark's busy, but Mark is looking into making a decal for me. And by a decal, I mean like, you know. I'm not bugging you. This isn't bugging. This is a friendly reminder during a live so that I've got witnesses. Can I get a witness? Yeah, John, if you buy James's Proto SW9, he'll autograph it for you. So you pay one price, but it's like you're getting like something that's so much more, right? It's worth way more. And it's like, you can't really compete with that. That's like you can't go to the store and buy it already autographed. And it's James. So I mean, you're clearly getting a deal. Clearly. So come on out. No pressure. Not as much pressure as there is for Mark to get a blue devil, that is. Only three. Was it? What did I pay? $315. Well, and then there's tax and shipping. $359.99. Call now. Wait, you know his name's Todd, right? Not Toad. Either way. I think you guys should do a live show. You could be called Toad and the Goomba. How about that? And then just everything about it can be retro. And yes, Mark would be the Goomba. I don't know why. There's absolutely zero, you know, zero reference there, but like, I just think it, it would work. Yeah, you Goomba. Haven't you ever heard of that before? Jeez, play a video game, man. He's too busy working. What? No, it's not. Unless it is. If it is, then that's definitely not what I meant. Toad, you're killing me here. Who else but Toad? Todd, wait till you come to the barbecue. You're going to try these cookies. And you're going to be like, why have I not come to the barbecue sooner? It's like, you'd like to think that people come for the trains, or they come for the hamburger, they come for the fellowship. Oh, they're all there for the cookies. We're all there for the cookies. It's sad but true. It's in Mark's contract anyway, so it's like, can't get out of it now. More peer pressure. Well, look, it's either you get a blue devil or you're having to bring twice as many cookies this year. Or both. Either one. You know what? Both. Yeah, let's do both. More cookies and get a blue devil. Bam. Problem solver. Yeah, by the way, there's supposed to be two of these that get connected and then it makes the whole length. But they give it to you like this because when you do the other shapes, there's yeah. There's other stuff, other building shapes you can make with it. What time is it? 8:50. Whoa. Better do this quick then. Ugh. Yes, always click accept cookies. And where is my sponge? Can't be out of sponge already. That's stupid. I don't think I used it all. Okay, whatever. Okay, on to blue sponge. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, did anybody need any pipe loads for their bulkhead flat cars? These are the pipes I use. I've got so many straws. So if there is anybody who look, I've got a bunch that are already painted here. Look at this. I'm like way ahead of myself. Did anybody need pipe loads? I might have enough here to do a whole load. Oh, I'm too short. Yeah, because I normally do 9, right? James, I do, but too far. Well, James, you should have told me you needed loads when I was like before I came down. I would have had those done real quick for you. I can do some for you if you'd like. Is that a thing? Do you want stuff? Do you want me to make I don't mind. I've got like a million straws now, apparently. I didn't realize it. Multi-barrel pea shooter? No, no. Because I got some of the Rapido whatchamacallit bulkhead flat cars. I'm like, okay, well I want to make a load for it. So then I whatchamacallit, I took some straws and I made loads. I think I have yeah, I'll show you. I don't know if I ever showed you, Todd, but give me 1 second. So these are my pipe loads, and they go on the bulkhead, the Rapido bulkhead flat car. And I use the straws. I paint them that nice turquoise color. Then I use my matchsticks, which are like my little 2x4s, and they're not scale. So if you're gonna find fault in it, find the fact that the matchsticks are not, you know, equal to a 2x4. Then I used black thread for the to bind them. I mean, they're not. The whole thing's glue. Like it's one big piece. I forgot. There's a white. I should really touch that up. Let's try this on here. Let's do this. There we go. So yeah, so I glue them all together like that. I make a nice little pipe load, and Bob's your uncle, even if he's not. And yeah, they stay on the car, but I mean, you can always get more. Like you can get scale chain and whatnot, or whatever. Oh, I've seen you lay pipe. Dried milkshake? I'm not sure if I'm getting these pipe references. I'm gonna have to get a new forest green because this sucks. Come on. Don't you hate when all your paints run out at the same time? For me, it happens with spray paint, and I'm like, really? So I can't do anything today? Because all my paint's gone? Wish I could have used the rest of that, but whatever. Okay, so I did the black, and then I did the green. What's that white stuff in the pipe? Oh, no, that's the straw. I didn't paint the inside of it. See, straw. They're white, and then I paint them that color. Yep. But the inside was still white. I like to paint like the inside, like just around the rim, just for situations like that where you're looking at it and you're like, the inside of that pipe is not prototypical. you know, because people will. Do you like Kipling? I don't know. I've never kippled. The later it gets, the more tired I get, and the funnier Toad gets. When I skip school, I usually. Oh, yeah, you gotta hang out with him in person. He's a hoot. When I skip school, I usually ended up in the arcade and pool hall. Yep. Remember arcades? The mall that I grew up, like in our town when I was growing up, we had an arcade. But then the mall went all fancy pants, and I'm sure that's where a lot of the deals went down, if you know what I mean. So they just wanted to, I guess, clean it up by getting rid of it. And it's like, oh man, because that'd be the hot spot. Yeah, pinball is wicked. We actually have there's a place downtown Ottawa. I forget what it's called. Something, is it Wizards something? House of Targ? I can't remember. Anyways, it's like a bar or something, but it's like all pinball machines and stuff. They do like live music and all that. It's cool stuff. Yeah, House of Targ. Yeah. My brother plays there. Now, when you say your brother plays there, do you mean in his band or do you mean the machines? Because I mean, like, either way, I mean, you know. Well, I don't know. It could you could have meant, you know, all the above for all I know. That's why I ask questions. Geez, Mike or Mark is texting loudly today. All right, so tonight we kept it kind of simple, right? We didn't do too much. It was more or less just the what are they called? Oh man, I'm tired. The thingy and the thingies. Yep. I do have to do the black wash on it again now that I've done those, but I'm gonna let it dry fully first. I did the black coat on these, and then I did a dark green and then a light green, kind of like what I did with the doors on the other building. I will add, you know, a little bit more weathering to it. Actually, I wonder if I can. Just want to see what happens. I'm curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Ah, neat. Okay, that does kind of work. And once these doors get to where I want them to be, I'm gonna also add the strip of whatever it's called. I know I've got it somewhere here. Um, it's it's just paper, but like I can use the white glue and it'll. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. I was worried for a second there. I'm like, uh-oh, did I mess it up? Turns out I did not mess it up. I did a good thing. And I don't want to do that to those doors, but I'm going to show you anyways. It has to dry. And the reflection of the light is kind of lame, but I'm sure I will. You know what? I'm going to try it anyways. Nuts to what I just said. I'm going to do it. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now how you're like, if you're like not a professional at this, and then you try something, and at first you're like, I don't want to do it because that worries me. And then you try it anyways, and you're like, oh, you know what? It didn't turn out that bad. That's what just happened. It was fun while later the kids would challenge me to pinball, but usually only once. Still having. The head of the track nail can make a great doorknob for those doors. Huh. An N-scale rail spike makes a nice level handle for a door too. Neat. I almost wish I had a spike. I do not. Because then I would start removing them from my track. My entire yard is held down with like the nails, so if I start doing that, then yeah, everything's gonna be gone. Okay, so this is the plan, I think. So if the top part of the building comes in, then I'll be working on that next week, which is great. If not, I'm going to remove those two sections from my layout, and I'm going to see if I can use this plaster, and I'm going to mess around with it a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can make that little section that goes between the rails, and yeah, see if I can do that. See if I can make it look cool or something, some variation of that. We'll see what happens. That, or I mean, I gotta do more graffiti on the wall. It's definitely not done. And yeah, it needs some more weathering and whatnot as well. So yeah, Mark, hopefully you have a Blue Devil come Thursday. If he unboxes one, I'm gonna be so happy. But yeah. So that being said, it is just after 9 o'clock, and I have been live for a couple of hours now. So I guess we'll call it a night. I appreciate everybody hanging out, watching, and we'll be back next week. Don't forget James and Mike. I was gonna say James and Mark. James and Mike will be live on Monday, and then Mark will be live next Thursday. So we'll see you, there. Because I normally like to hang out there too. But yeah. Thanks again, everybody. You have yourselves a great night. I have a train to catch. So we'll see you around.